Hi, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Beta.
And this is the
Brittany and Beta Podcast.
Bitch.
Brr! All right, so welcome to episode 1.
Episode 1. This is our pilot episode.
Nice. So, first, we need to introduce ourselves for those that don't know us.
But we're not going to introduce ourselves. We're going to introduce each other.
Yes.
So, Peter and I, or Beta and I, have been... We should probably explain that too.
I'm Beta, all right?
And I'm Brittany. And this is our podcast. So, look. Beta and I met February last year. We've been friends ever since.
Yes, we have both enrolled into a full-time acting course, which was Monday to Thursday, like 4 days a week.
Sometimes Fridays.
Especially in second year. But we've just finished our advanced diploma, and this time of recording right now is actually our final day of being here.
Yeah, it's really
we
sad.
We probably won't ever record in this room ever again.
Probably not. We've gotten a secondary location.
Yes.
But for our pilot episode, we thought it would be fitting to film it at where else but our school that we've literally dedicated the last 2 years of our life to.
Facts.
So we're going to introduce each other.
Nice.
Who wants to start? You want to start?
All right. Well, so I'll introduce Brittany here.
Yay.
So Brittany is a where do I start? Well,
where do you start?
She is a what is the first word? Okay. Well, she's a woman of many labels. So
well, it's an interesting thing to say.
No, she's queer identifying vegan CrossFitter.
Wow.
Who
I'm in many cults.
Yeah, many cults.
I love it.
You know, she's are you from Queensland?
Bitch, no.
But your parents are.
My dad is, and my sisters are.
But she's Sydney born and bred.
Yeah.
She's also half Greek and half Italian.
Mm-hmm.
She has a very interesting family lineage. But honestly, outside of, I mean, that's just like her personal life. As professionally, she is an actor. She is a writer. She is a director.
Wow.
We've both made many accomplishments during our time in actor school and outside.
True.
And yeah, she loves pink.
Yeah.
She loves feminism.
I do.
She loves everything that is encouraging to all minorities of all sectors. She's a woman for the people.
I am a woman for the people. Thank you.
Exactly. So that's
But what am I most of all? You know it. Come on.
She's
I'm a hardcore Swiftie. How could you forget that?
you don't need me to say it.
That was a pretty good explanation of who I am.
I tried.
I think that's good. I think you really summed me up. I feel like we're going to lose 50% of our listeners based off of the introduction on me. Yeah. All right, so my turn. I'm going to introduce Bediak. So, yeah, Peter is a writer, actor, director who has an intense passion for horror films, just like me. In fact, the first thing I ever took notice of Peter was in our introductory class on our first day at school. We were asked what our favourite movie was, and he said The Exorcist. And I was like, damn, we're going to be friends. He also has an interesting family lineage. He is Lebanese. He's got long curly hair. And he's a Taurus, which means he's a really great, loyal friend who always prioritizes his friendships and relationships. And he is probably the person I know with the most crazy stories out of everybody I've ever met. And I've met a lot of people. So, yeah.
And you'll get to hear them as you tune in.
You
Isn't
definitely
that crazy?
will.
Brittany, also, it's good that you said that because that also reminded me of a lot of things that, you also fucking forgot.
What?
A very key detail.
No, I'm about to say it right now. Peter is the official Australian Snoop Dogg.
From the man himself.
The man himself told him that. They actually met back in March.
And he said that twice.
Yeah.
I was front row at his concert. I won't go into the full story now. But
that can be another
best
episode.
Believe that there is a recording that proves this. So I'm not lying.
Look, I would be honoured if Taylor Swift said I was the Australian Taylor Swift, but the chances of me meeting her are probably impossible because she doesn't do meet and greets anymore.
Damn, that's really sad. But also, you pay rent.
I do be paying rent. I do be paying rent and bills and groceries. And even if she did have a meet and greet, I probably could not afford it.
Yeah. Luckily, I was able to afford it because I
What an opportunity.
got a massive payout from Centrelink when I first got on back in COVID. And I just held on to that money this entire time. And you know what?
Actually, that just sparked a really interesting thought that I think we should share.
What?
Peter and I are very different in many ways. But at the same time, we are the same person.
Yes.
So it's really weird, actually. We're like the male-female equivalent of like two people in separate universes, but in the same. Like I come from like a complete pop, girly, femme, everything's pink world. He comes from
well, I lived in a crack house for 3 years. That's what you need to know about me.
That's a whole other story.
It's a whole other story. You'll be drip fed.
Super interesting because while we are so different, when we're together, it literally is like we're the same person.
And also, not to just a little bit more. Well, actually, I want to keep talking about you because you said a bunch of things that made me like realize like, oh shit, I fucking forgot that. But yes, Brittany here is a Libra.
I am.
She's a very proud Libra at that.
I'm a Libra rising and a Libra sun.
Damn. So there you go.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you know, she you said something.
I've said many a some.
You said something. Shit. I remember that popped up. And I was like, oh, fuck, of course. But yes, she's a massive Swiftie. The biggest Swiftie I know. And I know there's a lot of Swifties out there. But this woman has seen her, 4 times now, about to be 5.
About to be 4.
About to be 4.
Yeah.
But she's also travelled overseas to see her.
Courtesy of my beautiful girlfriend's parents.
Exactly. So
shout out to Marky Mo and Lisa Morales.
And every time, she's just as excited as the last time.
If anything, my love for her has only grown deeper. I've been a Swiftie since I was 12 years old.
Isn't that brazy?
Brazy. That's brazy. But I was going to say one more thing about us that we share in common.
Yes.
We're both broke as shit, struggling Centrelink artists.
Yes. Actually, my Centrelink is about to be cut off.
I can't even claim that anymore.
I think today was my last payment.
Centrelink cut me off like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They literally were like, we're done with your shit. It's been 2 years.
Yeah. So we've both chosen the starving artist lifestyle. And we're both
I could probably... I'm probably not starving enough, to be honest. I think all my money goes to food. I could probably starve a little bit more.
Damn.
We should probably cut that. That's awful. I can't say that.
You say whatever you want. I do be starving.
You do be starving.
I do be starving.
Get this man a meal.
Yeah, literally.
I'm the opposite. I don't think I've ever skipped a meal in my life.
Do you know the easiest way to kill me is to just give me free food?
Yeah, he'll follow you anywhere. He'll get into any van that you want. And it doesn't even have to be a full meal. He drank 2 sips left that I had in my Monster this morning. 2 sips.
If it's free, I'll take it.
He will.
And that's
take it.
anything. It's like, wow, you're giving this to me for free? It's a bargain.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. I feel like we've summed us up pretty well.
I feel like we're missing things.
Of course we're missing things.
I know you said something and I full forgot.
That's right. It'll come back to you.
The
other thing is, I don't even know if we said this, but we actually met at drama school.
No, you did say that.
I did say that?
Yeah.
So we go...
That was the intro.
that's the other thing. My memory is trash.
Yeah, and my memory is a bit fried.
I think your memory is better than mine.
I think so too.
I hold you to remembering things.
I actually think so too.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? You have a better short term and I have a better long term?
Oh, my short term is stunning.
Yes.
I can learn lines at the drop of a hat.
I also am a very fast line learner.
We actually, all of last year, were each other's like self-tape partners because we always could stay back for each other.
Yeah, we were the first, like every time we were given a self-tape to be, like we had to film a scene, like just standing against a wall. And the first time, like every time we'd be given a script, like we were both the only people in the class that wanted it done ASAP. Like we didn't want to wait around. We didn't want to wait till the last minute. Like doing that would just stress us out.
Yeah.
And you know, in the first few weeks, we were finding out like who we worked like best well with.
I wasn't leaving it for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was the thing I was getting done. We got it Thursday morning. It was due probably Monday morning. I would get it done Thursday night.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I was
wanted
not
it
wasting
out of the
time.
way. I didn't want to waste my weekend. I had
But
shit to do.
It wasn't even like I had a choice. I work. So we're here 4 days a week. I work the other 3 days. Sometimes a double. Sometimes I'm at work for 15 hours in one shift. Like I quite literally don't have time. And God bless my girlfriend's heart, but she's not an actor. And if we did that scene, I think we've done 1 or 2 self-tapes together. it's not easy being a reader for someone when you're not an actor. And I just could not be asking that of her every week.
Yeah.
So.
And literally the exact same for me. I just wanted to get it done. I'm just like, you give me something, I'll I want that shit. And we came to learn that we work very well together.
We work well together and we learn lines very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. So that just made it easier. There was definitely like a point in the year where like literally all of our self-tapes were like we were just each other's reader.
Yeah. I think my favorite self-tape that we ever did together.
Candy
Candy
was so good.
I 100%.
We both played heroin addicts.
Yeah, and you know what's really weird is that we both looked like
Yeah.
heroin. That week, I don't know and we got it that morning and I did it that evening with you and I looked so bad. I don't know what it was.
I was the exact same. Like,
Yeah.
My skin was pretty yellow.
My skin
I didn't
was-
drink a lot of water back then, but even for that, like that day, I was looking
Just
hideous. I can't believe.
Speak more into your microphone.
Skirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I looked so tired. My eyes were half closed. My skin was bad. My hair was oily up in a messy bun.
Yeah, I just can't believe I rocked up to school like that. I
Me
don't know.
either.
And I feel like we got the scene like either on the same day or
I think it was the same day.
Yeah. So,
But I think we
damn.
killed it. I threw a shoe at Peter's head.
Yeah, definitely. We'll link the self tapes.
We will not link the
No,
self-tapes.
I will link my self tape because I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of mine, but I don't want people to see me like that.
It's in my self tape reel. I play a heroin addict.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, that was that was definitely the best tape that we did.
Yeah, that was memorable.
Yeah. So
But we haven't just done self-tapes together.
no, we've done so much.
I've actually directed you and you've directed me.
Yeah. So
in 2 short films.
we've both had our directorial debuts this year.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we were both major characters in each other's films.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah.
we were in 100. And then we both directed each other screaming.
Oh my god, we did. Oh my god, we did. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you'll see
Whose
those...
was more iconic? Probably yours. I edited your scream really fucking
That's
good.
actually such a good question.
I think your scream in the short film that I directed was pivotal. Without that scream, everything that came after would not have happened.
But
my
true.
scream, everything in the Flat Earther. Or can I
okay.
call it that?
You can call it the Flat Earther. So my film is called The Flat Earther.
Peter actually wrote, directed, and starred in it.
Yes.
I did not write mine.
And produced and edited.
Yeah. I
A lot of
directed.
things.
My one was called McMission. I was not the writer, but I did direct it.
And you know what? She did the best job that she could possibly do.
Thank you
for
for
a
saying
person
that.
in her position. All right.
It was a really tough script to direct. I'm proud of it. There are things that are wrong with it for sure, but
also, it was
know.
like one of the first films that we ever made together. It was definitely an
Yeah.
improvement over the last film we did before that.
I agree.
I would put McMission over like Hail Mary, which was the previous film.
Ooh, don't say that.
But that's just personal taste.
That
so-
is personal
And
taste.
everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I think we had a lot of fun on the set of McMission when it wasn't going to shit. Like we had a lot of.
Yeah.
It was the middle of winter. It was an outdoor shoot. It was late nights.
It was at nighttime
Yeah.
in a car.
In a
Like,
car.
if
you
you-
have no idea how hard it is to film in a car. Not even as students. Our tutors were like, why did we let you do this? This is really
At
hard.
nighttime at that.
In
where-
winter, babe. Like in winter.
Yeah. Luckily, I was okay because I played the Uber driver.
You were the lead.
I was the lead in the film.
Yeah.
And I played an Uber driver, and I was in the car the entire shoot, so I didn't really suffer
See,
from any.
I was not starring in it. I was directing. I was outside in my director's beret the whole time.
That's no good. The beret was pretty iconic though.
I did wear a director's beret, I think 2 out of 3 shoot nights. Because I was like, I'm directing. I wore my pink juicy couture jacket and a director's bedazzled beret. And I was serving looks. I was like, if I'm going to struggle through a night shoot in the middle of winter, directing something that I got a tiny bit of pre-production on because I went to the States right before it, I'm going to serve looks while I'm fucking doing it. So
Yeah.
I did that.
And as far as aesthetic goes, McMission is very much reflective of who you are as a person.
I think so.
So you
I
know
think
what?
so.
I feel like you
Thank you.
had a vision and you achieved it
I achieved it for sure.
within the parameters that you were given.
Yes, I agree. But you know what's also funny? It's that I definitely had an aesthetic in the Flat Earther as well,
You definitely
courtesy
did.
of me.
Yeah. Oh, she was production designer. Well, assistant production designer on
Assistant,
the first day. But no, you literally molded how the opening scene of that movie
Yeah.
looks, and it looks stunning.
Thank you.
Actually stunning. Like,
I really love an aesthetic, like a
That it's-
prominent aesthetic in a film.
yeah.
I think it's really important to set the tone. And it also just tells me like about the characters, about the filmmakers, about the story. Like I want to know every look that the characters are going to wear. I want to know what their apartment's like. I think for both films, I really tried to set a tone with both films.
Yeah, and you know what? It did amazing with it because it
Thank
really
you.
comes across.
Everything I wear in The Flat Earther is pink.
Yeah, that is true.
I love it.
But also, that was the character. That
That's
wasn't
also
just a Brittany
me.
thing. That's true.
So, no, it's great. I love it. Cool.
Nice. Anyway, so we'll talk a lot about our work, our
Mhm.
past experiences, but also like what we're going to be working on in future.
Yeah.
What we've been up to in our lives, and just kind of like our opinions on things, because we come from two very different worlds, but they somehow complement each other.
I don't know how.
I really don't know how.
I don't know
I
how.
never, when I met you, I never thought I'd actually we would be friends.
I always thought we would be friends.
I didn't.
I did.
From
There-
what point?
From the Exorcist point, bro.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even remember what your film was.
How are you joking?
I'm gonna think.
Oh my god. If you don't know, then you actually know nothing about me.
You didn't say Promising Young Woman.
I
did you?
did say Promising Young Woman.
Oh.
I said Gone Girl and Promising Young Woman. They're my foundational core movies. But that's another episode.
That is.
All right.
All right. Well, that is the first episode.
that is the first episode of the Brittany
And Beta
Bodcast.
Podcast. Brr.
Brr. Flocka.
Squad.